Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's reads. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them, of course. This is on channel James 13 Wicca on YouTube, of course. For the main part of the reading for the tarot part, I'm using a deck by Denise Jarvie, artwork by Tony Carmine Salerno. Here's the front. The Art of Love Tarot. Skipped a beat on that one, didn't I? The website is blueangelonline.com if you want to check it out. It's there at the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. Supportive Oracle Cards, Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. There are their full names down there if you want to see how to spell them correctly. There's also a few websites on the back here. SheWhoIsArt.com always sticks out to me. Whatever works for you, go ahead and search that deck down if you're interested, of course. And for the dice, the game dice I use are from MathArtFun.com, which were a gift, which I'm very thankful for. So if you want, I have a 22-sided dice. I use 22 as 0, so I just, there's 21 cards, 22, including the Fool. Instead of 0, I use 22 for the Fool. 14-sided dice for the card for the Minor Arcana, and then a 4-sided dice for the element that goes with it. That's what I have for that. Alright, that being said, if you want a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and let's go into your reading. Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Sagittarius? Woo! Death card right off the bat, which is neither good nor bad. It talks about usually a change, a shift, an ending, a lot of times leading to a new beginning. Did somebody give up? What happened? What's going on? Is somebody giving up? Like, what's going on? Somebody in the environment might be giving up, or might have been removed. Giving up, removed. And you're not happy about it. Oh, we have a couple upside down cards. Okay. When upside down cards show up, I read them as they are. I usually put them all right side up, but like you have the Lover's card upside down, and you've got the Ten of Wands, 10 of Fire, 10 of Stars. Somebody gave up, or somebody's out, somebody's gone, and I do not. Situation does not sit well. Situation does not sit well. When I look at the past from this situation, I'm not happy about it. Why am I not happy about it? There's like something about a past connection. Not happy. Disconnected. Something is gone. It's really like rocking the boat. I'm not happy about it. Definitely not happy about it. 3 of Swords. No, 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups? No. The energy's a little... okay, let's slow down. That's Cups. That's 8. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is walking away. Okay. Something at least I thought it was good. 3 of Major Arcana is the Empress. The Empress, if imbalanced, looks out for others, but also themselves. So it's like, I might make a meal for somebody, but I'm making sure there's enough in what I want there too. And also, people are going to be helping me set the table, clean up the dishes. Like, if I need somebody to peel something, they're going to peel it. I'll put it together. I'll make sure it all works out. But it's like, I'm not just doing this all by myself. Y'all are helping me. That energy. Okay. So, the 4 of Cups in the past, it's matching in with the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. I don't know. I'm really like... I'm not happy. I'm looking back and I'm just like, this did not work out well. I feel like I'm looking back and I'm realizing I gave a lot more than this person did. I was in this. I was authentic. I put my best foot forward. I did the best I could. And like whoever this is, somebody's out because they did not. They are out. They are out. And this isn't like a negotiable. This is like I'm getting the death card. I'm also getting closure in the sense of like they have no place in your life right now. The way these cards are coming in, it doesn't feel like they'll ever have a place in your card again, in your heart again. And it's not a negative thing. It's kind of like whatever you learned, it's kind of like that's it. That's it. We are not doing this again. This was never right. I put in all the effort and the other person did not, or there was something false about this, and I'm done. I've made up my mind. I am done. Making peace with this is hard because I feel, is that the 8? Yeah, 8 of Swords. Feeling trapped with it. I can't get around this. Whatever has happened, I can't look at this in another light. I can't look at this at another angle. It is an end game situation. Done is done. And it's not about having the strength, but it's using your strength to your advantage. It's about facing it and going through the emotions is hard. I feel like that's really hard because it's like I don't want to see this for what it really was because you didn't do anything wrong is what I'm getting, and that's part of the hard part. It's kind of like if I did something wrong, I could face that. That'd be its own thing. But this is somebody else who did something wrong, and they hurt you when they did it, and there's no return from it. This one card, I feel like this is at the bottom here. I feel like this is going to be very, like enraging. But let's see. Could get a little. And there we go. Five of Major Arcana is the Hierophant, and then the 2 of Swords, half in, half out. This should be a good card. This is a painful card because I feel like this is why it's hard because somebody is gone. Somebody's out. They're done. And I don't like it. And I believed there was more to this. I believed there was more love here than there actually was. I believed in this situation is what I'm getting. And that's the hard part. I did believe in it. And deconstructing that seems to be very painful. It's going to take some time. It's going to take probably months, maybe even years for some of you, to truly let it go and heal from it. Because I feel like when this subject or this person comes into your mind, that pain trails along with it. And it's just going to take some time, unfortunately. Whatever is also going on, I feel like... I feel like what's going to happen is I'm going to feel just like, what was the point? I feel like, what was the point? Why did I give this person a chance? How did I not know better? I feel that keeps kind of like pinging me in the head. But the thing is, it's realizing that you don't jump tall buildings in a single bound. You know, you're not faster than a speeding bullet. You're a human. You're not super person. We all get sucked into these traps. And the 5 of Swords is kind of like, what's the point? It says withdrawal, but I feel like that's kind of it. Like, what's the point? What's the point in putting myself out there when people like that are out there? That seems to be painful. And the need to be very closed off or wanting to close myself off from the world from this because of the pain that's left behind. The advice is to not do that because if you start doing it, you're going to create a pattern. So, I don't know, what else can I say to that? It's hard to not to. It makes sense. It makes analytical sense why you'd want to. Makes total sense. It also is showing that it's not helping you. It's just, it's stagnating your life. It's taking the power away from you. It's taking a lot of happiness from your life. To block yourself away from things like this, kind of like, I never want this to happen again, it keeps that from happening again, but it also blocks a lot of happiness and joy from coming into your life as well. It's a catch-22. So what is the advice? Maybe shocking. Because I think of like when Sagittarius wants to talk, I feel like you can easily talk when you want to. I think of Sagittarius as like when they're comfortable can be very, very chatty. I think of them as that. And they're saying talk about it. Talk about what you don't understand. Talk about how it blindsided you. Talk about it with people. Don't be quiet about it. Tell people. And you know what? It will kind of weed out people, ironically. Because the people that this is like more applicable for, or like people coming into your life that match that energy, that negative energy, they're going to be a little bit more defensive about it. They're not going to be comfortable around you, and they're going to ditch you before you can ditch them. All you got to do is talk about it. It's ironic when it comes into your mind and you feel uncomfortable about it, talk about it. It seems like a simple solution. It really does, actually, doesn't it? Am I going down the right road with this? Because that seems like a really simple solution. But it may be uncomfortable for you to do so. That might be the catch-22 on that one, too. Yeah, going with your normal energy. You got the Temperance card coming out in the major dice, which is your card. And then you got the Ace of Cups. Wear your heart on your sleeve on this one. When new people come into your life and you're nervous, talk about the situation that betrayed you. Talk about it. And let people know how you feel. Because, ironically, when you talk about it, you talk about the situations that hurt you, the people who that actually matches for, that they have those characteristics, they're going to get really defensive, they're going to get really uncomfortable, and they're going to run from you so fast because they don't like it. They feel like they're being accused, and you might even hear that from them. Are you accusing me? Are you thinking I'm going to do that to you? And then they're gone. Because you called it out without realizing you called it out. All you got to do is talk about it. When you're starting to feel that way, talk about it. Don't be shy about it. And in fact, if you're in a situation and somebody's saying, "Oh, were you accusing me of that?" and maybe they don't disappear, but people around you are like, "You know, I was thinking that was weird that they were defensive about that because I noticed this and I noticed that. Maybe we should be more careful, Sagittarius." People will, the more you talk about it, even if the person doesn't walk away, people around you who actually do care about you would be like, "Hey, Sag, I think you were on the right path with that. I think you were calling that person out. I think that's why they got upset." And that'll help you. This isn't your time to give up. It feels like I want to. I keep feeling that. Like I just want to lock myself away and just not give people like this a chance anymore, and then I don't have to worry about it. It's not in your best interest, but whatever you feel is right, that's what's right for you. But they're saying it's not what's in your best interest if this reading is hitting. The Moon card coming forward with the Four of Fire. A new day coming, a new way to bond yourself with people, a new way of handling things. One thing I notice about Sag is they tend to do for people without thinking about it. You just do. You just do for people. You might have some more reservations going forward about that. You might be more aware of like when you help but they don't help back. It feels like that might come more to the forefront. If you don't already notice it, you'll notice it more. When you put out your energy but you don't see them giving it back. And I feel like once you start realizing that, you might get much more sensitive to that actually. And either you'll say something or you'll just kind of like, you know what, they're not giving back, so I'm going to go on to something else. That might be something that goes to your benefit too due to this situation. 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles is kind of like, I'm not going to build things with people who don't build with me. These two together, that's what I'm getting. This is where this should go. I'm not going to build with people who won't build with me. If this is me building it by myself, then people can build it on their own too. I'm not building for other people. Build with me, we'll build it together, or I'll build for something else. I'll build myself something on my own. This is something that hopefully comes out of this situation. Because maybe that's in the past with this situation. Maybe that's something you didn't realize was there. Maybe you didn't realize that you were putting in all the work and the other person or other people weren't. And maybe that's what we can get out. Instead of like locking yourself away and not getting involved in these situations, maybe making yourself more sensitive to where when you put in the effort, you got to like look a little closer. I feel like you're going to be more sensitive to it anyway, but like not being more forgiving of that. Maybe you've been too forgiving for it. It's good to be forgiving, but not to the point where, you know, you just keep getting run over and run over and run over. At this point, maybe this is kind of like, you know what, I'll be forgiving to a point, but like if people don't pull their weight, I gotta go. I gotta leave. I feel like Sagittarius takes on more than they should anyway. And this might be a version of that where they're like keeping an eye on that. Like, you know what? I don't feel other people are pulling their weight, so I'm just going to leave this situation, and that'll be that. Whatever left, something is gone. There was an imbalance because of it. I feel like you didn't do anything wrong, but I feel like looking back, I'm like, yeah, I gave too much. I needed better boundaries. And I feel like if I had different boundaries, for example, maybe this person, whoever it was, maybe you were helping them out for the wrong reason. Maybe you helped them out because of somebody else they knew, and you're like, well, I don't want this other person to be mad at me if I don't help them out. Or you're like, well, they need help, so I guess somebody needs to help them. I should help them. But they weren't really giving back. If they can't give back, don't help them. There has to be some type of balance. Hopefully that makes sense. Because I feel like what they're saying, whatever this is that happened for you, like there's an ending, it's an unhappy ending, I don't like it, but they're done. But it's like instead of locking yourself away and not connecting anymore, looking at it differently and just becoming a little bit more sensitive to things. And then when your energy is not being matched, disconnecting. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.